Hello, everybody. When you start a quest to cover all 31 conferences across the land, sometimes you're just cruising along the highway, and you hit a possum. Tonight, it's the NEC. The captain of the ship joins me now to try to turn this roadkill into something a little more appealing to the senses. Good luck. Recording live from somewhere, this is One and Done.
Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
It's time once again for everybody to come aboard that One and Done train. Welcome to One and Done. Bienvenidos a todos a One and Done, your fast break of college basketball información. We're powered by the galaxy's greatest website, drroto.com. I'm your sometimes humble host. My name is Jay Heinrich, and if you don't know, now you know. I'm the conductor of the aforementioned One and Done train. Follow me on X at Dr. William Cannon. Follow the show at One and Done CBB. Hit the like and subscribe button so you can get in the live chat. But you should find this man on X first at MC Holland34. Around here, he's known as El Capitan around these parts. The captain of the One and Done ship. He does the ship, I do the train at MC Holland34. The OG Money Mike. Mr. Mike Holland. Mike, it's NEC night. We're doing every conference no matter what. No matter what.
No matter what.
And it's the NEC, man. How you doing?
Whatever it takes to go 31 for 31 like Jay Heinrich on a hot shooting streak. But yeah, man, we're here and we're doing it, man. We've already done like 8 or 9 of these already. So we're about, my math is correct, 33% roughly done with conference previews, and we're not even done with August. We're in mid-August right now, so good times. Hopefully the live chat will dive in there like our guy C Thuggin, which he's currently on a live stream right now on the side here that I'm watching, playing college football against one of our buddies. So yeah, what a trooper, man. Just multitasking at its finest there, man. Just living it up and ready for some hoops, man. We're going through these, and we're trying to find some gems for DFS, and we're trying to find some betting edges here, and really just loving the and Matt jumps back in here, man. Loving the interaction that we've had with folks this offseason.
Absolutely. Good to see Ken and Matt and Ken and Matt in the live chat. Make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already so you can join the guys right there. Join 1,563 of your closest hoop heads, like-minded ball knowers that we have in the chat. Join them all right here on One and Done College Basketball. Let's get to it. The NEC, Mike, little overview here. Last year, I was pretty negative in the cold open, so I'll just leave it at that. 31 conferences in all the land. Mike, you want to take a guess at what the Northeast Conference ranked last year in strength of conference?
Based on that opening, I would say probably 32 out of 31. If there was such a thing,
it could have been a number worse than 31. They would have given it to the NEC. Alas, 31st is where they finished, and that gets you a play-in game, which they're still calling those tournament games these days. But that's okay. That's fine. St. Francis, of course, going on that run in the conference tournament after finishing 8-8 in the regular season. It's just one of those conferences where it just was. It's up in the air on any given night. One of these, whoever's hot, right? And that's like that in a lot of conferences, but especially in a conference like this where there's really not a ton of clear cut. We're going to get to some tiers later, as you see right there on the bottom of or on the side of your screen there, your viewing device. But yeah, St. Francis getting to the tournament, falling to that buzzer beater to Alabama State, 70-68 in that play-in game. Central Connecticut won the regular season title by a couple of games, holding off Long Island. But I don't know, man. Talk me into, Mike.
You want some positivity?
Mike, I'm hosting this show tonight. What's my motivation?
Your motivation is college basketball plus academic strength. I was just searching all over to find like something to give it a boost, right? 3.32 GPA in the conference, the fourth highest in league history. But on the basketball side, man, if you're looking for blowouts, like this isn't the conference. So if you're looking, not close games, but we're just not blowing people out. There's not really the offenses in this league to do that. It was the lowest percentage in the country for blowout percentage within league games. And then just there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff happening though, Jay, as far as like realignment type things. We're going to talk about St. Francis, who made the tournament and kind of their weird situation, but this will be their final year. And we'll leave it at that until we explain it a little bit later. New Haven is going to join the fold this year. So 9 teams last year, 10 teams this coming year. They'll be back to 9 next year. And they're not messing around. New Haven's trying to rack up them dollars because they're playing UConn and Penn State. But, of course, we have the transition rule that you love, Jay, so they're going to have to wait 3 years before they're tournament eligible, which is what Mercyhurst was last year. So they're not going to be eligible for the tournament until 2027 due to that transition rule. So a lot going on realignment-wise and kind of some interesting stuff that we'll kind of talk about as we dive into these tiers, man.
The one thing in basketball that's dumber than offensive goaltending is the fact that teams are playing D1 ball but can't play in D1 postseason tournaments. It's mind-boggling to me. But either way, it is what it is right now, and there's a few teams in this conference, easy for me to say, that are having to deal with just that. So hit those like and subscribe buttons like Matt and Cam have. Make sure you follow our guy at The Real Napier, the Hall of Famer himself, CC Hustle. Nate pushing the buttons tonight. And then at Fantasy Nav, Eric the Blue, of course, getting you the studio, bringing you the nice graphics, doing his thing behind the scenes. The best fantasy follow this side of it's football season, man. Eric is like, he's got so much stuff going on right now. So shout out to Eric the Blue doing his thing. Cam, thank you for being rational here with me on this one. Like, I thank you for hopping in on this one. I don't even think it's a hot take. I just think it's a take that needs to be recognized, and then you get rid of the rule. Now, I'm just kidding. My preference, but hey, Mike, did you think Cam wasn't going to join us? He was at an Iowa Cubs game the last time out. He's playing PlayStation right now.
Yeah, that's
nothing,
true, man.
He was 10 rows back from home.
Yeah.
I mean, our guy's going to hang out with us no matter what, and we hope that you do too. So push those like and subscribe buttons, everybody, and hang out with us. Notification bells as well. 206 best ball teams. Sheesh. Well, hey, you know, I want to see the money back at the end, my friend.
Yeah, I was going to say we got to make some money on one of those, right?
One of those is going to hit. You can see some green screens, and we'll look for that during the college basketball season as well. All right, let's get to the NEC tiers here, Mike. 10 teams, as you said, up from 9 last year. Man, it's to the point now where even in mid-August, I don't understand why there are not official rosters.
School has started.
that are out. Like, what is happening right now that we do not have an official roster for the New Haven Chargers, even though they became an official member of the NEC on July 1st. So, I mean, what does Coach Hotelling do here, man? I mean,
it's what it is, yeah.
Probably do what he's done since the 2010-2011 season for New Haven, and that's just run the show. Now, listen, they haven't exactly been ripping it up down in D2. Like, it's not like this was a team that you're like, man, big promotion coming here, you know. But things happen, you know, and money gets involved, and you know, the New Haven Chargers are all of a sudden playing D1 basketball, and of course, to that antiquated rule, they won't be able to be eligible for the NCAA tournament until the 28-29 season. So I mean, it's hard to put them anywhere but the low tier. At this, even if we had a roster, who knows? Yeah, right? Like, one of the big question marks in all of college basketball, honestly. But let me know what you think about those other 3 teams down there in the low tier.
Yeah, man. So we have the Mercyhurst Lakers. We got the Lake Show on the pod tonight, man. 9-7 last year, and you were just talking about New Haven. So if New Haven can do what Mercyhurst did last year, they would gladly take it. No one expected the Lakers to come in and do what they did. Yeah, Coach Gary Manchel really setting a high bar in his first year of Division I action. So, you know, he's been with the program since 2003. Definitely values taking care of the basketball. They were first in NEC play in turnover percentage. So you definitely love that. They were also first in 3-point shooting. So that, like, that's a combination that you can continue to build on and be successful. There's no wonder why they were over 500 in their first year. But unfortunately, the portal did hit them pretty hard. They got a couple of guys here like Jake Lemmelman. As a forward, Michalis Ivanauskas, who's probably going to step into a bigger role here, but those two guys are really going to have to go off if they expect to kind of stay out of this bottom tier. And then kind of teased it, in the overview, man. The St. Francis Red Flash, so they were 500, but obviously won the NEC conference tournament title to get into the NCAA tournament. But this is a weird spot, man, because you're coming off the first NCAA tournament appearance, and then a week later you announce that you're moving to Division III the following year. So this whole thing, man, is just, I can't believe that would happen. Obviously, they weren't expecting that to happen, and of course, they turn up and lose on a Hail Mary buzzer beater to Alabama State. But longtime coach Rob Krimmel, he announced his retirements, and he cited the impacts of this move. And they're going to move to the assistant coach or former assistant coach of the promotion here, Luke McConnell, to lead them in their final year of D1, and they'll be D3 after this. So, as you can imagine, Jay, it's probably been pretty hard on the recruiting trail.
I imagine,
yeah, to get some guys in. But yeah, it's just.
I mean, you
tough,
could go
man.
total last chance you here.
Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if they cared that much, there's going to be some restrictions on that. I mean, that's tough, but
MEAC,
why not?
Yeah, it's a big loss.
I guess he's going to take the team down to lead the team down to D3. Is that what you're trying?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird situation.
Yeah, weird situation there. And then Fairleigh Dickinson, man, I kind of want to get your thoughts on. I mean, they were 8-8. Obviously, they had that 16-1 upset over Purdue. That feels like a lifetime ago. It was only 3 years ago, man. Like, Coach Jack Castleberry kept the ship afloat after this dismantling of the team once Tobin Anderson headed out the door after that miracle run. What are your thoughts here on the final team here in the low tier?
Terrence Brown out the door hurts.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts. What you get out of this team, though, fast tempo, physical on defense, but there's just a little bit of uncertainty. Mass portal, exodus, movement.
There it is.
People. Oh, yeah. FDU is down this year. Matt agrees with us having them down here in the low tier. I don't know, man. Tayshaw Jackson, can he fill some of those big shoes that Terrence Brown left behind?
Yeah.
There's upside there, but unless there's just somebody that we can't pin down right now that's going to break out, I'm with Matt here. This feels like a down year for Fairleigh Dickinson. All right, right there in the foundation, the low tier of the NEC, Fairleigh Dickinson, St. Francis, Mercyhurst, and welcome to New Haven and your roster of 0 players, apparently. Shout out to everybody for hanging out with us. The live chat, bunch of ball knowers, the liveliest live chat in all of college hoops. And you're seeing it already tonight.
Man.
Matt, Darren, Johnny K showing up.
They're waiting for LIU, man. They're waiting.
Love for the Sharks. They're waiting. You're gonna have to wait a couple more tiers. That's a tease, ladies and gents. This ain't your father's NEC. To be fair, I hope not, because it stunk last year, and I wouldn't want anybody to have to deal with that. But maybe we'll see a little bit. The one team we don't want to face. That's dynamite drop in there, Darren. That broadcasting school really paid off.
Yeah.
Good to see you in there, man. As our friend Darren interacts with us over on the socials as well at One and Done CBB. Shout out to Darren for always being in the live chat as well. All right, Mike, let's get to the old mid tier with 1,563 of our closest friends that have already hit that button. And let's start with the Chicago State Cougars. Only 4-12 in conference last year, Mike, but I don't want to say that was taken care of, because the Spinelli era lasted like 1 year as the Cougars made that coaching move and brought in Alcorn State head coach Landon Bussey. There's maybe a little connection with the AD there. Doesn't hurt. It's still who you know in these days quite often.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't waste any time assembling talent, bringing Marcus Tankersley with him. Another one where there's not that official roster, but Noble Crawford will probably be back again after averaging nearly double digits and shooting right at the Heinrich line of 35% from 3. I feel good about it, Mike. I feel good about having him in the mid-tier.
Tankersley's a good player, like Matt's saying.
7-8 wins here is definitely not out of the question for the Cougars.
Yeah.
And then, Mike, I wanted to ask you about Stonehill here, the Skyhawks. Having them right here, 7-9 last year in the conference, and I'm liking where they are, sort of slotted right here in the middle. I'm liking what the Skyhawks are bringing to the table.
Yeah, so we have the Skyhawks and the Seahawks battling it out here in the mid tier. So yeah, we'll start with Stonehill, man. Look, like you got a little bit of talent with this squad, man. You got guard Herman Kofi. He averaged, nearly 10 points per game, shot 37% from three. He's gonna be one of the better offensive weapons in the conference. And then he, along with Will Batchelder, he's coming off an injury, but he was averaging, nearly 11 points and shooting nearly 40%. So I think they're gonna probably challenge Lemoyne as the best offense in the league. The defense is where we're kind of gonna be limiting their upside and keeping them here in the mid tier. They couldn't generate any turnovers last year. They couldn't protect the rim, and I'm not sure that they fixed either one of those problems this offseason. So, still think they should be able to get the better hand most nights just based on their offensive pedigree. So definitely like Stonehill to be that around that 7 to 9 win mark again this year, and then Wagner. Slight improvement here, 6-10, looking at probably 7, 8, 9 wins. So basically nearly a full reset for Coach Donald Copeland. We know they're going to play tough defense every night and slow the game down. That's just what they do. Sub 350 in tempo the last 3 years. But they got to fix this offense if we're wanting to hit 8, 9, even a 10-win type ceiling. FIU transfer guard Travis Gray going to be a big part of that. So we'll see what he can do. And there's just a bunch of JUCO D2 guys. So you need to break out these. We talk about these conferences when you're sub 25th, right? In Ken Palm strength of conference, you need something from the D2 JUCO guys to break out. I do like them defensively though, Jay. So I just have a hard time seeing them having enough offensively. So almost the polar opposite of Stonehill here.
But that sort of slow it down, play tough defense every single night, just stay in games, right? And when you have a bunch of hungry JUCO and D2 guys trying to, make a name for themselves, who knows what could happen for Coach Copeland. Matt saying Wagner's down. He's a bigger fan of Stonehill than Wagner. What say you? Let us know in the live chat if you're watching
Johnny
later
K.
on.
Saying he got the street view.
Hey, street view of Manhattan from Wagner. Nice. Johnny K is, and I mean, the array of basketball knowledge from around the country that assembles in the live chat on One and Done every time we go live is amazing. And we appreciate everybody for being a part of it for sure. And I don't want to forget our guy Riley here as we get into the high tier, planting their flag, saying Lemoyne is winning the conference, and we're going to start with them in the high tier. Mike, I'm going to lead off here with Lemoyne. I want to say Lemaine, like freaking what's his name? You know what I'm talking about. What's the actor's name? Lemaine. We'll think of live chat. Let me know. The Dolphins, though, 4-12 last season. I can't stop trying to think who it is. Lemoyne Dolphins only won 4 conference games after winning 9 in their inaugural season in D1. Nate Champion knows the defense has to improve, though, to get back to where they were. A little bit of a step back last year. They're one of the few teams with continuity and players returning. That's a rarity in any level of this sport, to be honest. Having that continuity, knowing guys that have been in the system and have had a little bit of success in the system. We'll see if Coach Champion can take advantage of that. Table setting guard Zach Tekken, sharpshooting wing Deng Garang, and stretch forward Nate Fouts all return. It's a solid little core there. I think they're pretty good offensively. And again, you mentioned it earlier, Mike. Lemoyne is right up there in the best offenses in this conference. But it's like basically the opposite of Wagner, right? We know that they're going to get stops, play tough defense. Can Lemoyne get those stops when it matters the most?
Yeah.
To, again, make that jump back. Had 9 conference wins and then go down to 4 now. Can they do what it takes on a night-in and night-out basis to win that league?
Yeah, that's a ball door, man. There's not a lot of size. So they're going to have to be good, like you're saying, Jay. Like, they have to be to win the league, right? Regular, not anything. You can get hot, right, in the conference tournament. But, yeah, I definitely think they have enough talent offensively to do it. So there's a lot of that in this conference where it's like there's some really good offensive teams that I don't know what's going to happen defensively. And then you have some really solid defensive teams where you're like, can you find somebody that can put the ball in the basket or at least efficiently, man? So I got a couple of other teams, obviously, in this high tier. Central Connecticut Blue Devils, 14-2 last year. So, hey, look, man, Coach Patrick Sellers, like, it only took him a few years to build this team into a contender here in the NEC, and they've won 27 conference games over the last 2 seasons, so that's pretty good. And last year, their defense was 81st nationally in adjusted defensive efficiency. That's pretty elite in this type of conference. Unfortunately, the portal and eligibility removed a bunch of their top players. I like forward Darren Smith Jr., kind of a stretch forward there, shot 46% from 3. I think he's got all league potential, and you have a guard, Gabe Spinelli, comes over from Chicago State, so he's got some experience and more outside shooting. She shot 39% from 3. I definitely like their profile on both ends of the floor. Feels a little more balanced than kind of what we were talking about with Lemoyne. I think they're going to be in the thick of it once again. And then finally, Jay, we
got there.
We have reached what everyone has been waiting for, my friend. Clamoring for this. Go Sharks. The Long Island Sharks at 12-4 last year. And who's their coach? Rod Strickland?
Roddy Rod.
Man, make you feel old, man. He knows a thing or two about some hoops, man. And the conference win totals for Coach Strickland: 1, 6, 12. Now my math isn't. I don't think 18 is possible based on kind of the trajectory here. But whoa, okay, Matt, 15-1 here. Hey, like the defense for this program has been the catalyst, kind of like Central Connecticut. And what's not to get excited about this roster, especially when you return 2 all-league players that are only going to improve and they have that continuity. So you have first-team NEC guard Malachi Davis, averaged 18 points, 3 assists, almost 2 steals a game. You have second-team NEC wing Jamal Fuller, averaged 12.5 points, 6 boards, 37% from 3. Both of them entered the portal, Jay, but they decided to withdraw and create a dynamic duo. Not even say duo because like this, they have a trio here. Like those are the 2 guys that are going to get all the headlines, but you can't forget the forward here, Shadrach Lasso, who he averaged 6 points per game. He's not a high usage guy. I think he's around like 10 or 11% usage, but 7 boards a game and nearly 1.5 blocks per game in this type of conference. That is absolutely elite. He's also a guy that's top 100 in free throw rate in the country last year. So you toss in some transfers. I like Greg Gordon coming in from UAB. I think he's gonna be able to do some damage in this conference. And then you got these JUCO guys that were pretty solid D2 guys that you get 1 or 2 of those guys to really transfer the game over. And yeah, I mean, probably on paper the best team. I don't want to say by a long shot, Jay. It feels like that.
It feels easier to say that because
it does.
Seen them do it.
It does. Like
we've seen them play at a high level, and we know what Rod Strickland. Hey, by the way, I'm pretty sure I have a Rod Strickland Skybox Autographics, like 97 autograph card somewhere in the closet in there. Shout out to Rod Strickland. But all right, so we get a lot of love for the Sharks.
Yeah.
No wonder why Johnny K is down with Long Island.
Johnny K.
There we go.
Yeah,
shout out to you.
Johnny K love, dude.
You were a pioneer in more ways than one, my friend, including the live chat of One and Done College Basketball right here on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the live chat, Mike, this is how you know the live chat is always on fire, is because they showed up for the NEC. The NEC, 100%. Man. We got the hoop heads in the chat.
31 baby, and they're still here.
They're here, and we appreciate it for sure.
Darren,
let's break it down from the top. Let's break it doan from the top. Lemoyne, Central Connecticut, and Long Island right up there in the high tier. In the old mid tier, Chicago State, Stonehill, and Wagner. And then down there at the foundation, the old low tier, as they say, Fairleigh Dickinson, who it does feel like it's been 30 years since they've made that run in the tournament, and it's only been 3. St. Francis, Mercyhurst, and welcome to Bienvenidos a New Haven to the conference.
Can't wait till New Haven's on the slate, dude. Just like on the DFS slate, and we're just like, we'll probably just cross them off, but still, like that's.
I don't know, man. Well, I you say that now. Our guy Corey, the king of the single entry, will find some guy that's at like 0.08%, and he'll go
fire
like 8x, and like just it is what it is. But that's what we do here on One and done. Shout out to everybody that joined us tonight. Johnny K, Matt, Darren, Riley, always bringing his knowledge, which we greatly appreciate as well. Cam, the first one in the chat tonight. Doesn't matter if he's at an Iowa Cubs game, if he's streaming, whooping up on somebody. Who's he playing right now?
I think he's playing.
Do we know? Is it one
I
of the
think he's
one?
playing your
Is it a
brother-in-law.
breadhead? Huh?
I think he's playing. You talking about Cam? I think he's playing your brother-in-law right now.
The other Eric.
Yeah, the other Eric.
All right. Oh wow. All right. Y'all playing on Heisman mode or no? Which
All
level y'all playing on?
All
All right.
American.
Very good.
And somehow it's a 7-point game after. We'll see, man. We got the live stream. These guys are crazy.
I love it though. I love it. We got the multitaskers. We got the hoop heads. Everybody that participates here on One and Done, we appreciate it. Bunch of ball knowers for sure. Shout out to our guy at the Real Napier pushing the buttons tonight. The Hall of Famer himself, CC Hustle. Shout out to you, Nate, doing a great job. Shout out to our guy, Eric the Blue, getting the studio ready, getting you the fire graphics. That's our guy, Eric, at Fantasy Nav in those Twitter streets. The best football follow, the best fantasy follow. Just follow him at Fantasy Nav for sure. We're getting live updates on Cam's live stream in our live chat as we're going off the air here. Man, I mean, this is high quality content, hashtag content right here on One and Done. Omar Epps is a good actor in a couple of different things. That's a good movie. All right, let's get out of here, Mike. NEC was tonight. We're going AF. This is twice now within a week. We're going on back-to-back nights.
Back-to-back Jacks.
Back-to-back nights, and we're going back-to-back. It's not
a
the
Drake
OVO.
reference. Yeah, it's a good week.
It's not the OVO. It's the OVC. On a Tuesday, Mike will be you'll be joining me right here again for the OVC, and then on Thursday, the Patriot League. Salute! All right. Anyways, Patriot League Thursday, OVC on Tuesday, NEC was tonight on Monday. If you're watching live, we appreciate all of you for doing so. Shout out to you, my friend El Capitan himself, the captain of the One and Done ship at MC Holland 34 on X, the OG Money Mike, Mr. Mike Holland. Hit all those buttons, like and subscribe. We're going to the moon. You want to be able to say you were a part of it way back when. Join us, won't you? At One and Done CVB on all the socials, One and Done College Basketball on YouTube or Google. It'll pop up. Hit those buttons. We'll see you next time. My name is JayHeinrich. Come again. Peace.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drrodo.com. And until the next visit, be well and take care.